Have you been trying to create this habit that you just cannot get to stick? And you bought this fitness journal and you're trying to work out consistently, but this fitness journal, you thought like, this is the answer. This is what I needed to get in order to consistently work out. But you bought the journal and the journal's just sitting there and you're not getting your workouts done. Nothing is working and you're not working out. Well, today we are going to be talking about how we can get your habits to stick, your fitness habits to stick, and I have some great tips for you straight from the book Atomic Habits. We are diving into chapter 16. Are you ready? Let's go.
Are you finding it hard to keep up with the demands of motherhood because your energy is always low? Is your weak core holding you back from feeling strong and confident in your postpartum journey? Do you avoid looking in the mirror because you're not happy with what you see? Hey mama, welcome to the Fit Postpartum Mom podcast, where you'll learn how to reclaim your energy, strengthen your body after pregnancy, and finally say goodbye to the postpartum pooch in less time. Hi, I'm Dr. Jena, but you can call me Jena, and I'm a physical therapist, wife, and mom of 4 girls who has cracked the code on how to strengthen your core postpartum in the easiest and safest way possible. I too struggled with my postpartum fitness journey as a new mom, but now I'm stronger than ever, and I'm here to help you do the same without the stress, exhaustion, or struggle. If you're ready to fit fitness into your busy schedule while you navigate your postpartum journey and stay motivated along the way, then you're in the right place. It's all about progress, not perfection, and I'm here to help walk you through that journey to feeling strong, confident, and energized. That energy comes from within, not your coffee. Let's roll out that yoga mat, girl. It's time to do this.
Hey there, amazing mamas. After having my baby, I remember feeling completely overwhelmed and exhausted, completely unsure of how to even start exercising again. Have you been there before? Are you there right now? Well, the idea of finding time and energy for a workout seemed so impossible for me. I just had no idea how to get started. But then I discovered a simple approach. Just 2 minutes a day to get started. And that changed everything for me. That's why I created Postpartum Ab Rehab, my 6-month coaching program. This is the program that I designed to help other moms ease into fitness without the overwhelm. Visit livecorestrong.com/program and see how these easy small steps can make a big difference in your journey to feeling strong and energized again. You can get stronger faster within this program. See for yourself. Go to livecorestrong.com/program. All right, let's dive into episode 129. This is all about chapter 16 in the book Atomic Habits. Now, we haven't been talking about this book for quite some time, but we are going back. We're going back into it again. And if you haven't listened to any of the other episodes where we talked about chapters 1 through 15, you got to go back to episode 61 where this all started. And we finished up in chapter 15 on episode number 113. So all the odd episodes are our chapter reviews for the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. But today we are talking about how to stick with good habits every day. And at the beginning of the chapter, James Clear talks about the paperclip strategy. Have you ever heard of that one before? I'm actually not quite familiar with it until I started reading this book, but it's quite simple. It basically is about having this habit that you want and having a jar of paper clips in one jar and having the other jar, so the second jar would be empty. And let's say you have 30 paper clips in that jar, and every day you want to move a paper clip over from one jar to the next to signify that you completed your workout. That's it. So you are just watching that jar fill up. By the time the end of the month is over, you should have all 30 or 31 paper clips over on the other jar. And obviously you can label the jars and put some creativity around the jar just to make it more fun for you. But it's simple as that. So James Clear talks about why this is such a great strategy for improving daily habits or improving monthly habits, whatever the habit is that you're trying to create. But here in this podcast, we are talking about fitness and working out. That's what we've been doing this whole time on the podcast. But why is this so important for creating daily habits? It's because it's creating a visual measure, a visual cue that is signifying that you're actually making progress, that you're actually doing something. So the act of moving the paperclip over really helps create and reinforce the habit that you're trying to make progress towards. It gives you immediate feedback. So again, having a tracker is a great way to track your habits visually. This is all about a visual reminder, a visual cue. So the most basic way to do this is by getting a calendar. Have you ever heard of the mantra, don't break the chain? Well, don't break the chain is referring to habit tracking in a calendar. You want to have a chain of X's in your calendar, and you don't want to break that chain. You want them all to connect. And that signifies that you're making progress towards your goal, that you're staying consistent, that you're creating that healthy habit. So that's what we're going to do. That's your homework for today, is we're going to get you a habit tracker or a calendar or something so basic that you can start tracking on. And we are tracking your workouts. Now, I know that you probably don't want to work out 7 days a week. That's completely fine. But maybe you want to work out 4 days a week and you want to see consistently Monday through Thursday all those X's straight down the calendar connecting. Think about it that way. So it doesn't have to be 7 days of workouts. No way would I ever encourage that. But maybe I'm just going to go back a little bit. Maybe you do want to do stretching on the 7th day. Maybe you want to just mark down movement as exercise. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an actual workout, but maybe on the weekends you are doing some form of movement, whether it's a family walk or you are just going to a festival during the fall season and you are walking the festival with your family. That is movement. So you surely can put the X's down if you want to get all those X's to connect and to track consistently. Get that healthy habit of tracking on the calendar. Now, I will say this, James Clear does talk about how the simple act of tracking can be hard enough in itself to create a habit of tracking. So I know that's confusing, but habit tracking and habit stacking can go hand in hand. And here's how. If you are working out consistently, right? That is the habit you're trying to create. And you're struggling to just mark it down on your habit tracker, on your calendar or your journal, like I mentioned earlier. I want you to habit stack these two things. So again, we're habit stacking the habit tracker after the habit of exercise. So what I do is when I go down to my basement and I work out with my workout video that's on my TV, and I immediately finish my workout and I turn off the TV and I put the remote down. The moment I do that, I have habit stacked the next thing. And the next thing for me is going to my habit tracker, which is my calendar. My calendar is wide open in front of me while I'm working out. I'm staring at it and it has a big pink X all over the days that I worked out. So immediately when I turn off the TV, I have habit stacked myself into going to the habit tracker and I mark my X down. Now, there are so many benefits to having a habit tracker, but I will just say this quick story right now. When my little daughter works out with me, sometimes she gets so excited about marking it down on the calendar that she will actually mark it down before I even start working out. She'll get the marker out and she will put the X on there, and I didn't even work out yet. So then I go and I work out and I'm staring at my calendar and I'm thinking, well, the X is already there. And I'm already working out. Maybe I don't have to complete my workout. Maybe I don't have to do the whole, 20-minute workout. Maybe I'll just stop at like 12 minutes or something like that. Well, I'll be honest, like the days that she marks the calendar before I finish, I'm not as motivated to finish my workout. But the days that I'm down there and I'm working out without my daughter there, I don't put the X down first. I do wait till the workout is completely done, and it motivates me to finish my workout and to put the X down. And I look forward to putting that X down when I'm done. It is so rewarding. And James Clear talks about this. Marking your calendar or having a habit tracker is a reward for us. It signifies that we completed something, that we finished the task, and it triggers something in our brain that is like a reward in our brain. So that's the benefit of having a habit tracker, is that it signifies a reward that we did something. It's a visual cue. Another benefit of having a habit tracker is it makes the habit attractive. When we get a signal that we are moving forward and making progress, it's more attractive to keep us going for us to try to do it again. So it's an attractive thing for us to be like, ooh, I see those X's. They are all connecting and I want to do it again and again and again. So each small win encourages us to keep going. Habit tracking also provides a visual proof that we are hard at work, that we are doing these workouts, that we are actually getting the job done and that we're making progress towards our goal. So it is satisfying for us to see that visual cue, to see it right in front of us that we are exercising and we're consistently making progress towards our new habit that we're trying to create. And the last reason why habit trackers are so beneficial is because it just makes the behavior obvious. It is so obvious, so easy, clear as day that when we work out, we get an X, and having something obvious as a, positive feedback is so beneficial in creating healthy habits. So again, just to review the benefits of having a habit tracker, it makes it obvious, it makes it attractive, and it makes it satisfying. So those 3 reasons are part of the rules that James Clear says about creating healthy habits. So again, it's obvious, attractive, and satisfying. So if you go back to some of our other episodes, from episode 61 all the way till today, the odd episodes, you'll learn what those 3 rules mean in a little bit more detail. So I highly recommend going back and listening from the beginning all the way till today. So many key takeaways in all those episodes. Okay, we're going to finish up this episode with a few quick tips that James Clear leaves us with. He says that if you are really, really struggling with the habit stacking of working out and then tracking it on your tracker, he says you should make things a little bit more automated. So how do we make our fitness habits a little bit more automated in terms of tracking? Well, my best recommendation for you is to get an Apple Watch. And I know that's a big investment, but I will just say this. If you are claiming that identity of being a fit mom, I recommend getting an Apple Watch. You will not regret it. You will use all the fitness apps inside of there, the health app, the fitness app, just tracking your steps alone is huge. It tracks your calories, your movement, how often you're standing throughout the day. All of the fitness tracking that's in your watch is automated. And so that is one less thing that you have to keep track of because your watch will do it for you. So I highly recommend getting an Apple Watch. I will link that in the show notes below if you're interested in getting one. That would be my affiliate link. Another big tip that James Clear said is that you should only be tracking the things that are most important to you. Now, there was a time where I was tracking how many cups of water I was drinking and how much sleep I was getting and how much devotional prayer time I was doing throughout the week and my workouts and stopped eating after 8 o'clock. I was tracking all these habits. Well, he's saying don't do that. You should only be tracking the things that are the most important to you. And if you're struggling to keep track of any habit, just find one. And I'm going to recommend tracking your fitness habits because that's what we're here for, right? We are here to get fit and we are going to be fit moms. So I want you to track your fitness habits only. Don't start tracking your food intake. Don't start tracking your sleep or your water like I was. Just track your fitness only. So make it really simple. And I'm going to review again. He says to habit stack this. So after you're done with your workout, the moment you maybe take off your shoes or you roll up your yoga mat, go straight to your tracker, go straight to your workout calendar. So you need to habit stack it in some way. So that's your homework. Your homework is to get a tracker and to create a habit stack that you know that you can consistently do and only track fitness goals only, nothing else. All right, well, I'd love for you to join us in our Facebook group where you can tell us how you're doing with your habit tracker. Maybe share with us what your habit tracker looks like. If you found one online, share that link with us. We'd love to just collaborate with each other and get some great ideas from one another. You can find the link to our Facebook group in the show notes below. And always remember to live core strong.
Hey mama, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts? It would bring me so much joy. Simply scroll down to the stars and click write a review. Your review will help more women discover our podcast. Let's grow this fit mom movement together. And if you want your friends to come alongside you on this postpartum fitness journey, invite them to our free Facebook group where you can get motivated together. Community is key to success, and that's what I want for you. So join ours by going to the link in the show notes, and before you know it, the baby weight will be falling off as quickly as those stinky diapers. I can't wait to see you on the next episode of the Fit Postpartum Mom Podcast.